anul acesta încercăm să facem ceva mai deosebit și dăm începutul cu un invitat special în vlogul nostru, Chiu. Este un designer renumit cu premii internaționale luate din Taiwan. În primul rând, mulțumesc Share, mulțumesc Florin Midregiu, mulțumesc pentru invitație. A fost o petrecere și o prezentare și o conferință demențială și cu această ocazie de a-l cunoaște pe Johnny.
Salut!
Yes, we are downloading the presentation. We will showing now. We will making everything true.
Okay.
Practic am încercat să învățăm hello, salut, salut e simplu, salut, salut. Cum să fac să ridici?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
First of all, thank you to accept our invitation. Please introduce yourself and tell us everybody about you and make us understand.
Thanks. Thank you, Victor. Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. I come from Taiwan. It's a very long flight, 14 hours. And I think it's an incredible opportunity because, I mean, I'm the first time in Eastern Europe. But I think there's many parts of Eastern Europe that's very similar to where I originate. I think we have a similar situation, similar client situations. You know, they want something very fast, but maybe they don't want to pay so much.
Yes.
And I think, I mean, everywhere, I think you always have challenges in your project. So I'm really happy to be here at the Romania and speaking at the Share Forum because I want to express that no matter how hard the condition is, no matter how much challenges, you just keep pushing, you drive your concept forward, the client will really understand it and they will say, okay, let's do it together.
I see you go directly straight ahead to the problems and to solving problems. This is the meaning of design. But let us understand how many years you are working, because everybody, you know, thinking that the great design appears with special treatment, with special relations, you know, every time you need to be in the right place with the right people, no right persons and everything like this. But we want to understand where you start and where you are today. This is important for us. Can you explain a little bit?
How long do you have?
We'll cut in half. We'll go the beginning and the end. Just be yourself.
Well, I'm from Taiwan. I was born in Taiwan. I was very fortunate. I live in 5 other cities: New Zealand, Australia, Sweden, Japan, and New York. After 5 countries, I was gonna travel more and experience more and work in all the places. But unfortunately, I had a very big illness. So I was in the hospital bed. I need to be sent back to Taiwan and also still like dripping. And from there, my ex-boss came to me and said, oh, Johnny, it's sad to see you like this, but I know your brain still want to work. So I have a competition. Do you want to do it together? And we won. And this was when I was 27. And so from there, I say, okay, maybe I stay in Taiwan. Maybe they have the opportunity to think design could be something else other than
you start to do your design in being in the really bad situation about your
in health,
health.
Yeah.
And this was like somebody from there tell you, okay, you need to be in this field in design.
Yeah.
Like winning a competition,
Yeah.
Like this you start,
And then so I thought, Taiwan is not a bad place. They accept my design, so there must be more clients. So I opened a company at age 30, and from now I have 30 employees and 14 years down the road. So I'm 43, 44 right now. At the beginning, it's very challenging because I thought design is like this. So for the first 3 years, and with all my Western education, I was educated in Sweden, I was educated in Australia and Columbia University. So I have all this Western education and knowledge I bring back to Taiwan. But every time I present, they say, oh, Johnny, it's beautiful, but how can you do it faster? And how do you do it cheaper?
Fast and cheap. It's like you are talking in Romanian. Rapid și ieftin, rapid și ieftin. And cheap, ieftin. Deci,
I have to learn this word then.
Yes. You are Romanian? No, you're from Taiwan. It's the same.
I say to myself, and I tell the clients, maybe it's my wrong. Maybe I'm talking to the wrong language to them. They want something beautiful, but they want it done in the local way. Something local and beautiful, something that they can use and understand. So the first project I do that changed my mind and their mind is the Happier Cafe. So Happier Cafe was the one project that, boom, changed me, because the design project cost was 8.75 euros per square meters. And we have 400 square meters. Actually, the client almost gave up when I showed her the design. She said, nobody can do this. Should I give up? At that time, I say no, I just have to keep going. And then in 12 days, we buy 12 rolls of paper, we put it up in the ceiling, we roll it into beds and chairs, and voila, 12 days became like a very big sensation. So I say to myself after the project, why there's so much attention? Maybe we found a language within ourselves, within Taiwan, with about the production, with about the speed. There's always a language you can find within your own culture. And you explore that language, you find something of your own.
It's also a big question for Romanian design when you are thinking to import the West design in Romania, instead of finding the way locally, okay, looking at the knowledge from West or something, but doing in your way. And this gives you the opportunity to show to all around the world what you can design, like this train, okay? Can you explain a little bit about this project and also about the awards? Because we are talking about Taiwan Railway Administration. We are talking about government, about administrative thing, and about the train and the design in the train and all. Can you explain a little bit?
Okay, thanks. As a designer, you're fascinated by everything, and there's a passion and an ambition to change everything ugly. And I think that's a self-ambition. So in Taiwan, I'm sure like here as well, you have all the transportation train done and designed a very long time ago, or maybe by overseas. So 2019, they designed a train that came out, which is very ugly. And then, but when I saw it, I say to myself, I'm a designer. Maybe I can help them to change the train. A letter, open letter actually, and I sent it to all my friends and colleagues, and hoping they are more higher than me, and hoping they will connect to the director and say, hey, Johnny has an idea. And then 2 months after, nobody really talked to me. Everybody was saying, oh yeah, Johnny, great, you have a good idea. But nobody can connect me. But after 2 months, and 15 days, I think, finally somebody saw the letter. Somebody says, oh, Johnny, okay, great. I know the director. Let me introduce you. I give you 2 weeks. Can you prepare the design in 2 weeks? I say, sure, why not? 2 weeks.
2 weeks, it's
Easy.
amazing. Easy peasy.
We just
you can do it in 2 weeks, the design, in 1 night, 2 nights, okay? And after you get the letter, you go to the director to present the design. They told, okay, Johnny, you take the work, go.
Well, I presented to them. There was like 30 people in the room. Like these bureaucrats, and they have big meeting rooms. I don't even see the director, he's so far away. But I presented it, and then everybody's like, wow, it's amazing, so good. I love it. Let's do it.
How much?
No. But then everybody sit down. And then the director says, okay, department number 1, do you have a problem with it? What do you see the issue, and how do you do it? And then suddenly everybody says, no, we cannot do it, It's not possible to design the train in Taiwan. So everybody was very negative and very pessimistic. I say, don't worry, if you cannot do it, let's find out why, and let's try and conquer each problem with a solution. And then so every week I go in, they tell me no, I show them how to do it. And then it's just step-by-step process. After 7 months, from design to construction, we finish. And then boom, the train.
And you, I understand that you was involved also, you designed you take the old train like 50 years train.
Yeah.
Okay, we try to design the I think the exterior of the train.
Yeah.
I don't know correctly how to name it because you put some orange line and and after go inside and we see a really special design with the kitchen. Explain a little bit about the idea to making a train and the train that is like a kitchen and a journey and the connection with the Taiwan, the culture. And can you explain all of this?
Okay. I think train is a very beautiful way of opening up a country because you have a travel experience. But normally the train interior or the train itself, it's not so.
It's more boring.
Yeah. So how do you have a very fine experience? And what other experience can you bring on board? Can we bring the chef on board from the local community? Can we bring the fresh seafood when you go to this port and then they bring it and the chef makes something local for you? Can we stop at a station that's been forgotten because nobody lived there anymore? And then you go into the rice field and you take the rice and then you share like the bowl of rice with the community. The best thing is because it's old train, so it travels very slowly. So we make it even slower. We want you to go on the train experience and experience the slowness of Taiwan.
Oh my God.
So slowly you pass through the ocean, slowly you pass through the mountains and the rice fields. You see Taiwan differently.
The train is about experience and about the story, about the people, the nation, culture, difference, and also the views.
Yeah.
How many hours take to make a round of Taiwan? Because I saw that Taiwan is like you make a round and this train go from one point to other points, like having how many stops?
Stops. Well, of course, there's a couple of cities around.
Yeah.
But there's so many stops. This train is in a particular special experience.
It's
so
a
you
special
have 1 day
experience.
tour, you have 2 day tour, you have 5 day tours. And you get off, they take you to onsen, like hot spring, or they take you into the different villages, or they take you to beaches that nobody go to because only the train can go to.
That's why share with us the most difficult things, what when you see that your design is ready or not, they are doing it in the same way you design. What was, because we are talking about administration.
Okay. So for example, the contractor of the train, of course they make trains, so they are very bad at welding. They make the welding like very, very like everything, everywhere, right? But how do you bring the most refined metal joints on board? For example, we want to make this mirror, but if we say to the contractor of making the train, you make this mirror, then this mirror will be like everywhere.
And he'll, I'm not working like this and go like this.
So when they say, no, Johnny, I cannot do this, nobody can do this with a contractor, I say, okay, don't give up, let me help you. Let me bring my contractor to you. I will help you to make this mirror. I'll help you to find this natural stone from Taiwan. So the user can come in and have a refined feeling and not just, the everywhere like metal work. And so wherever they face a problem, I try to find a solution to bring to them. And that's how the whole train is finished. Even like this sink we make custom, this table we make custom. So everything
in this train is custom, come on.
What's the most important on the train journey? I think, of course the food, but also the window outside, the view. In order to bring in the view outside, what should the interior of the train be? Well, I need to take away the colors. If I take away the colors, then only the view will show. And this side is the sea. This side is the most beautiful. So I take away all the colors here, and only the sea view comes in.
It's like a passepartout for a journey. So
and then
like a 4K TV every time.
Yeah, and then the reflection comes on the table.
Okay.
So when you see here, then you see the reflection and the view together. So that's the idea. The idea of the chair comes from my memory of my grandmother cooking for me. And I always sit in her rattan chair. So I want to bring the memory of my grandma, and it's a pay tribute to her.
I mean, it's also a part of you here.
Yeah.
Vă recomand pe toți să ajungeți în punctul în care CNN va scrie că the future, viitorul, Taiwan's most beautiful train. It's not about the award, about recognition. That somebody, a company, it's telling about that your train, your design, your travel, it's recommended, and this is the real, how do you say, the real reward.
Yeah,
it's not about the piece of something giving to you somewhere. It's about that people are sharing your design and making not you the famous guy, making your work famous, and like this making your country famous.
Yeah.
And there's like this inviting people to come to visit Taiwan. That means bring money to Taiwan, to tourist way. That means the design can change the economic of a country.
Yeah.
What is now happening in the country?
Okay.
When they see this experience, how is changing things in country?
Okay. That's a beautiful question to ask. I think the most rewarding part is because the train company is the most conservative government institute.
Yes, we know. We have in our country, other countries, names like your.
They suddenly have this brand image, say they can also do design, and they can think about reusing old things and make new business opportunity. They also want to up the experience. Cruise before was just transportation, one A to B.
Just functionality,
Now-
without any design.
Now we bring in the island feeling into the design. And then so, for example, I can show you in this. That's the first ship. We're working with the Maritime Bureau. We're working with Taiwan Design Research Institute. That's the first ship. This is our design. And this design changed so much from before because this is an overnight ship. So I want them to experience overnight. So when they lie down, I want them to see, for example, the wood ceiling, and so they can relax. I take out all the lights here, so there's no light shining on there, and there's only the light below.
Yeah.
And I change everything and all the materials. So actually, there's even like transportation ships. We can design almost like a cruise liner, that kind of feeling.
I invite you, everybody, to find. I will write down in the description your links to your website, to your information where you can find, to YouTube. Please go discover, because I was impressed. I can tell you sure that I will try to get your information to our administration, to our maybe CFR. Scrie jos dacă ești la CFR și vrei să trimite video ăsta, să vadă și el. Poate facem și noi ceva similar în România. Maybe we will do something in Romania. Maybe we'll be inspired by your story. I'm sure I'm inspired because it's about the story. It's about the design, about bringing design in the normality in our lives. I'm sure that your information and your knowledge and your experience will be shared correctly, maybe to the correct people, correct person, and the correct administration in our country. I hope you will be inspired by Johnny's story. I hope you will be inspired by this journey, and we will try to do something in our countries.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
you.
And see you next time. Maybe I will come to Taiwan to share with you the train and continue our journey. If you want me to go to Taiwan, I don't know how, when, and how, just write in the description. If it will be like more than 1,000 likes and share, I'll take, I'm sure, a plane to go to Taiwan to share experience with you in the train, okay?
That's perfect.
Deal? Good?
Yeah, good.
See you, thank you.
Thanks.
It's amazing.
I have enough audience to click 1,000 likes.
Oh, yeah.